Let me ask you something. What is worse, HOA President fining you for leaving your trash can out, or your HOA President stealing jewelry from a shopping mall and then blaming you for it? Yeah, that actually happened. I was this close to being arrested for grand theft. All because Karen, the self-appointed queen of our neighborhood, decided diamonds were more important than dignity. And you want to know the crazy part? She almost got away with it. So buckle up, because this story has mall cops, handcuffs, security cameras, and the most satisfying plot twist I've ever lived through. I live in a neighborhood where the HOA president takes her job. Let's just say, a little asterisk too seriously. Asterisk, this is the kind of woman who measures grass with a ruler, who sends out 3-page emails if someone paints their mailbox the wrong shade of beige, and who once tried to find my neighbor because his Christmas lights were up on December 26th. So yeah, we didn't exactly get along. Now here's where it gets fun. Last Saturday I went to the mall to get a birthday gift for my mom. Totally normal, right? Just me, coffee in hand, walking into a jewelry store. I'm comparing necklaces like, do I get silver or gold? Which one screams I'm a good son? Asterisk when out of nowhere. Mall security storms in like they're about to bust a drug ring. They come straight at me. Not the guy behind me. Not the teenager stuffing samples into his backpack. Me. Astoriska. Step away from the counter. You've been reported for shoplifting. Asterisk. And my brain's like, asterisk. Excuse me, what? Shoplifting. I'm the guy who asks for a receipt when I buy Tic Tacs. Asterisk. So I'm standing there, totally confused, when I see her. Karen. My HOA president. She's on the other side of the store, pretending to be shocked, hand on her chest, whispering to the sales associate, pointing at me like she's Nancy Drew solving the crime of the century. That's when it clicks. She was the one who reported me. Security size asterisk. Have a witness who saw you slip something into your pocket. Asteriska. Who? The woman who fined me for not trimming my hedge into a perfect cube. Yeah, super reliable source. Asterisk, but here's the thing, Karen wasn't just making this up. She was trying to cover her own tracks, because as the alarms went off, she had quietly slipped a bracelet into her own purse, and when security turned to her, she pointed at me. So now I am being escorted to the back of the store like I am some criminal mastermind, and of course Karen follows us acting like she's just concerned for community safety. Please. This is the same woman who once called the cops because someone parked a camper in their driveway for 24 hours. They sit me down, and the head of mall security is dead serious. Asterisks are theft. There's a criminal offense. If you cooperate, this will go smoother. Asterisk, meanwhile. Karen S. in the corner nodding like she has already written the HOA newsletter headline. Asterisk, local thief lives among us. Asterisk. But here's the twist. The store manager, thank every god in existence, decides to check the cameras. They rewind the footage. And suddenly, the room goes silent. On the screen in glorious 108 OPHD is Karen herself, clear as day, sliding a diamond bracelet into her purse. The best part, she even glances around first, like she's in a bad spy movie. The manager pauses the footage, looks at me, then looks at her. Asteriskima. Would you like to explain this? Asterisk, her face went from smug to pale in half a second. I swear, if looks could kill, I'd have been 6 feet under. But the only thing dying in that room was her reputation. They called the police, and for once, it wasn't me being escorted in. Handcuffs, it was H. I walked out of that store free, while Karen was being marched through the mall like the villain in a parade nobody wanted. And let me tell you, word spread fast. By the time I got home, 3 neighbors had already texted me asking if it was true that our fearless HOA president was caught stealing at the mall. The next HOA meeting, let's just say it was very quiet, because Karen wasn't there. Turns out, It is hard to run a neighborhood when you're busy explaining to a judge why you thought shoplifting was a good idea. So yeah, the woman who tried to fine me for having a slightly crooked mailbox ended up with a permanent criminal record. That's what I call karma. Moral of the story: cameras don't lie, but entitled people definitely do. And if someone tries to frame you, don't panic, because the truth has this amazing way of catching up to people who abuse their little scraps of power. Karen tried to ruin me, but all she ruined was her own life. And honestly, I don't feel bad. Not even a little. If you have stories where entitled people get exactly what's coming to them, then this is just the beginning. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one, because, trust me, Karen's not the only HOA villain out there, and I've got plenty more stories to tell.